Hi there, this is Eshu. I'm the abbot here at Zenwest Buddhist Society. This Living Zen-podcast is just one of the many resources we've created at Zenwest to make Zen practice and training more available and accessible to people all over the world. Instructional videos, printable resources, and much, much more are also available on our website at www.zenwest.ca. If you're a regular listener, I'd love to hear from you. So please drop me an email at office@zenwest.ca and let me know who you are, how you got started, and what brought you to Zen. Everything we make available in person and online at Zenwest is only possible because of the support of our members and associates, people like you. If the efforts of our community are making a difference in your life, I'd like to invite you to show your support and take part in making it happen by becoming an associate or member of the Zenwest Sangha. You can do this by clicking the Join Us tab on our website at www.zenwest.ca. Thank you for your support, and thanks for listening.
Well, it's good to be back here. I wasn't able to attend last week and the holidays before that, and one thing and another. It seems like a long time since I've been here with you all in this room. So I'm happy to be here, starting out 2015, sitting together. I think often we bring our busy minds, a lot of our day-to-day mental residue into the Zendo when we come here. This is an opportunity that we don't get so much in our regular daily lives to maybe allow a balancing to happen. Perhaps we don't even know what the poles that we're balancing are when we come here, but it's been my experience that over time, at least what I've found is that there really is another aspect to my life which has been made available through this practice. And this is an aspect which to my daily, everyday mind is subtle, it's quiet, it's not conspicuous. To access it takes settling down, takes a regular habit of allowing and opening, of relaxing and releasing over and over again. This is an opportunity to explore what we could call our true nature, our Buddha nature, the origin, lots of different terms. They all point at what is underlying, what is fundamental, what is prior to our normal day-to-day experience, you might say. I like the image of a tree. I find it quite useful sometimes on different levels. When when we encounter a tree, I think often we see what is obvious there. We see the trunk, we see the branches, the leaves. You could say the crown of the tree and the trunk of the tree. These are upfront, tangible, everyday, conspicuous, relatively well understood, expected. No surprises here. And if we're not open to it, that's all we see. That's all that there is for us. Oh, it's just another tree. Ho-hum. Of course, there's a lot more going on with the tree. In particular, there's a whole realm of the tree which is out of sight. It's below ground. The whole root structure is, we know, integral to the tree itself, but it's not so obvious. Perhaps more subtle, hidden, mysterious even. It's in the dark earth, and unless we, for example, explicitly dig around and encounter the roots, or maybe there's some big storm or event that uproots the tree and renders the whole root structure visible. Otherwise, we can go for a long time without appreciating what the root does for us. Of course, the roots provide mechanical stability for the tree. The tree would fall over without the root system. But more than that, the roots provide nourishment. They provide the energy, the life force, you could say, that supports the trunk and the crown. To fail to grasp the power of the root structure, the underlying, the deep connectivity of that the roots provide between the tree and the earth. If we don't see this, we can get lost in the trunk and the branches, really. So I see life and my practice in an analogous way, that my deep roots, whatever they are, however I conceive of them or describe them, feed my manifestation, my everyday life energies. This analogy can be used, if you wish, directly in this practice. Visualizations have their limitations and so on, but it may be useful. I use this from time to time when I sit down to explicitly imagine a strong root system, a tap root generally, that extends down from my spine, from the lower part of my spine. When I put my butt on the chair or on the cushion, just to imagine this deep root going down into the earth, into the unknown or into the no-knowing, perhaps, to the realm of possibilities, allowing that connection to the earth. And just by the action of imagining that happen, I can feel my pelvic floor just drops. My whole abdomen relaxes. My back straightens, firmly rooted on the spot, with a straight trunk, and the crown, my shoulders and head sort of reaching skyward, you could say. Even having the body as the intermediary between heaven and earth, and allowing and noticing whatever energetics are involved with that connection, that conductivity, perhaps. When we come here, we're taught to take up this strong, rooted, upright, balanced posture that supports this activity of sitting. It is like a tree. And we have our breath. We're given instruction on counting our breaths, a way of focusing our attention, being present with what is happening around us, accepting, relaxing into whatever is going on around us. We needn't work too hard at this, although perhaps initially we do. It's an allowing, not so much creating something that's novel in our experience as opening up and seeing what is there already. And this, in my experience anyway, this rootedness, this connection to the origin, feeds my everyday life and experience. I think it's commonplace when we have a difficult decision to make in our daily lives that we may say, well, I'll just sit with that for a while, or maybe I'll sleep on it. So we consider it with our intellect and so on, but at some point we relax that and let it go intellectually. We've gone about as far as we can go with the intellect, and we allow for other aspects of ourselves, other deeper connections to feed the process. And we may wake up the next morning and say, oh yes, this is what I'll do. There's some clarity that has come about through this connection. So I invite everyone to use whatever works to explore the deep and subtle aspects of your being through this practice, to keep at it, to bring your awareness back into what you're doing over and over again. Of course, we start out enthusiastically focused, and then pretty soon maybe we find we've strayed off. That's fine. We just come back. Just let yourself be rooted. Use your breath to connect yourself to your depths and see what happens. Really, it's pretty simple. Not easy, but simple. So, I hope we can all let our roots feed our trunk and crown and be the source, the anchor, the origin of who we are and what we do. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Living Zen podcast. If you follow Living Zen through iTunes, I would very much appreciate it if you would take a moment to let me know what you think about it by rating or reviewing the podcast, so that new listeners can also hear what you have to say. Thank you for your time and for your support.